Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I have a story for you, yes, directly for you listening to this, that comes from the XRP Daily, and that is my fellow XRP YouTuber Alex Cobb's website. And it's titled, Ripple Confirms Uber, Airbnb, and Google Visits. Rapid Adoption with Regulation. So that's mostly what I'm going to talk about in this video, but I also have a couple opinions from XRP community members. And I'll share with you the tweets, but a couple maybe kind of share the similar opinion, which is XRP not going to quote-unquote moon for at least 2 years specifically. So I'll share with you the opinion there. And then I'll wrap up the video with this article from Cointelegraph. OneCoin co-founder pleads guilty, faces up to 90 years in jail. Ooh, wouldn't want to be you, buddy. Before we get going, though, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel to make your life complete. Into the content. Valued XRP community member at XRP_Stewart posted 2 interesting video clips this morning of Ripple's Ashish Birla speaking at the Milken Institute Global Conference. The first video clip we see here is Ashish Birla confirming that Ripple has visited Uber, Airbnb, and Google, as well as others, most likely referring to big tech companies. Notice how Ashish Birla also mentions Amazon again. This isn't the first time Ripple has name-dropped both Amazon, Uber, and Airbnb, as you can see in this screenshot from a Korea Ripple conference. And actually, I'll tell you, as far as Ripple and references to Amazon and Airbnb and the like, Uber, all of them, they've been used in Ripple slides dating back to over 2 years, seriously. And I will say, because this is a non-hype channel, and not that I'm not saying Alex is hyping at all. No. He just reports on facts here. But a couple of years ago, there were those types of images were getting distributed and then kind of passed off as, hey, there's going to be some sort of XRP usage with Amazon and Uber and all this and that. And look, Ripple technology absolutely could benefit these companies. We've heard prominent members of the XRP community and Ripple specifically, such as David Schwartz. He's Ripple's CTO, co-creator of the XRP Ledger. He has given actual examples of how the companies such as Uber could actually benefit from the utilization of this technology. So it's perfectly reasonable to talk about this. I was only commenting that a couple years ago. Some of the speculation was getting a little bit out of hand for my taste. But anyway, so let me scroll down a little bit further here. So there's the tweet on the screen in question that Alex referenced. Now, and then his article continues here. Considering that nearly 50% of all RippleNet clients are still not publicly announced, I would say that it would be fair to speculate that these names could be some of the unannounced Ripple clients. In the second video clip, he talks about how Japan, Singapore, and Thailand are leading the way with blockchain adoption. Coincidentally, we wrote an article yesterday about banks in Asia using XRP, according to Yoshitaka Kitao's SBI CEO recent statements. Then he follows up by saying that mega banks have been adopting blockchain, most likely Ripple's tech, with XRP usage to follow when the liquidity is there for the most widely used corridors. Yeah. And I think that was... Oh, yeah, here we go. Finally, he states that if regulation becomes clear, we will see rapid adoption of blockchain technology, which lets us know that these massive institutions that Ripple are working with are waiting for a proper regulatory infrastructure to use digital assets. Essentially, established regulation equals the floodgates open for RippleNet adoption. And so the way in which it would have been utilized, pulling back from memory, is back when RippleNet was known as 3 different distinct pieces of technology: XCurrent, XRapid, and XVIA. The implementation of this XRP via XVIA would have been that's basically the corporate plugin. And so again, there are absolutely real world examples that have been cited where, hey, this would make sense for some of these massive companies that are going through more traditional means to move money around the world. Especially just the larger the company, the more painful it is for them. Probably, I would certainly assume. And not specifically just that. Really, it's more so: are you conducting? That's part of it. But are you conducting business in a bazillion different countries? If you're Amazon, yeah, perhaps you do have a pain point there. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right, next, here's a tweet from Chance of a Lifetime. And I've got two tweets that are kind of the same. So check this out. And I was tagged in this one, so I want to say, if you're watching Chance of a Lifetime, and even if you're not, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So here's what Chance of a Lifetime wrote. I don't care about when moon. Really, I don't. What I do care about is when XRP slowly rises to what we would call moon status and doesn't go down. When will this happen? 2 years plus, I'm afraid, hodl and wait. So you say you don't care about when moon, but do you care about when Lambo? Because this moon Lambo needs to know. No, I understand the point that you're making here. And hodl and wait, yeah, totally on board with that. I am going to be more patient than any other human on the planet when it comes to this stuff. I really will. Because like I said, I mentioned this in like my last video, I will go down with the ship. If I'm wrong about this, I will ride this XRP, all of it that I hold, to zero. But I don't believe, I'm Mr. XRP Bull, I don't believe for a moment that is what's going to happen. I see real-world adoption here taking place. And so, you wrote, what I do care about is when XRP slowly rises to what we would call moon status and doesn't go down. So it's going to go up, and the floor, what we're really talking about, the way that I would word it, is higher lows specifically. Because look, there's going to be all sorts of peaks and valleys. That is, I think, an undeniable truth of life as it pertains to cryptocurrencies and price progression. But I don't believe for a moment, because people, what's happening? Basically what's happening is people are messily figuring out what cryptocurrencies should have a staying power in real time. Like, people are messily figuring this out. That's what's really happening. And if I'm right about my investment thesis, which is utility wins the day, then hey, you can imagine another 5-10 years out if things keep going like this. But I don't think that it's necessarily that just because I don't think humans behave this way. I don't think that you're going to have a huge ramp up in price and then not have a pullback. So that's the only thing where I would say I'd word it a little bit different, but I totally get what you're coming from and it makes sense. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for tagging me, good sir. Then there was this tweet from Crypto Operator. I was not tagged in this, but it caught my attention. And wrote this. Unpopular opinion. XRP will see no real price action for 2 years at least. So what do you guys think about that there? It's just funny that there are two tweets talking about at least 2 years until price action. I don't know. I don't know about that. I guess I would say given that we entered a bear market in the first part of 2018, and given that what we've seen historically have been relatively quick boom and bust cycles in crypto, and given that I don't think that humans, that the frenzy around this is all done, I'd kind of be surprised if it took that long to see a serious ramp up. But again, for me, with my position, I don't make price predictions and I don't have financial background, so this is not advice. Just be super duper clear. You talk to a financial advisor if you want help with this stuff. But I'm just saying that I would be surprised if we didn't see at some point inside of that 2 year time span some interesting price action. I would really, because if you think about it, I find that XRP lackluster year thus far, but you have these boom and bust cycles of altcoin versus Bitcoin dominance going back and forth here, and so and I'll talk about that a little bit again in a future video, but. I don't think that just because Bitcoin ran up and then XRP has done what it's done this calendar year, I don't think that necessarily means that it'll be 2 years, but we'll see. Like I said, no price predictions here. All right, next. OneCoin co-founder pleads guilty, faces up to 90 years in jail. As my grandpappy used to say, people are no damn good. Konstantin Ignatov, co-founder of alleged crypto scam OneCoin, has pleaded guilty to participation in the multi-billion-dollar fraud. According to a BBC report on November 14th, Ignatov signed a plea on October 4th and now faces up to 90 years in prison. The news was made public on November 12th, the BBC says. After being arrested at Los Angeles International Airport in March of 2019, Ignatov pleaded guilty to several charges, including money laundering and fraud. While facing up to 90 years behind bars, he has yet to be sentenced and will reportedly not face further criminal charges for his role in OneCoin, except potential tax violations. And I got to tell you, I mean, sometimes, it could be the case that I heard about this, and it could just be one of those things where I literally didn't retain the information, because, repetition for humans is good, right? But I can't recall this story, like a story about OneCoin specifically, because look at this next sentence here. As previously reported, OneCoin is known as a major crypto exit scam alongside famous crypto scam BitConnect. Now, okay, everybody knows BitConnect, right? You probably think I'm wacky and Looney Tunes if I said I'd never heard of BitConnect before. BitConnect! Come on, see, I know BitConnect. But OneCoin, no, not so familiar with that one. Anyway, founded in 2014, the Bulgaria-based firm remains fully operational to date despite investigators' allegations that it raised €4 billion, which is $4.4 billion, in a Ponzi scheme, according to the BBC. Additionally, Ignatov has reportedly provided more details against his sister and OneCoin co-creator, Aruja Ignatov, also known as Crypto Queen. Cool name, girl. While testifying in the trial against Mark Scott, who allegedly helped launder nearly $400 million via OneCoin, Ignatov told the court that his sister obtained a passport and tickets to Austria and Greece from her home in Bulgaria. Man, what a crew here. Actually, where did your parents go wrong? Like, seriously, where the hell did your parents go wrong? You two are the worst. Ignatov said that Ignatova regarded OneCoin's critics as haters and was afraid that somebody close to her was going to give her up to the FBI. Ignatov also said that he had hired a private investigator to find Ignatova, adding that he had not spoken to her since she disappeared. And so there you go. People suck. As my grandpappy used to say, people are no damn good. But that's it for this video, and I think you're pretty good. You're a good person. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the support. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything, because of anything that I say or write, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!